It is July 10th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back with our 3 favorite picks of the day. We got a favorite run line or money line, player prop, and no one first inning coming your guys' way.
Austin, we are less than 100 subscribers away from 35K. So guys, just do us a real quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We've been giving away some winners on this channel recently. So it's the least you could do. Austin and I wake up even on the weekends and do these videos for you guys.
I agree, Logan. So close to 35K, and we've been on a little bit of a run, a 9-3 run so far. Another winning day yesterday, which we'll hop into a recap. Judge gets it done in the 10th inning. No sweat bet. We didn't have to worry about that one. Judge gets his bases. We had a no sweat NRFI, though, with the Blue Jays versus Mariners. Cardinals money line. Look, you can't win if you don't score a single run. They had so many chances to get some runners on, especially first and third. No outs in the 9th inning to tie it. And they said, no, we're good. But either way, another winning day. Nothing we can complain about that. Going over 21 units on the year. Hopefully, we've been helping you guys make some money. Now, we do not have a normal odds jam parlay of the day, but one of our newer sponsors, Underdog, we will have a parlay in the pinned comment. If you want to sign up for Underdog, use code COS for 100% deposit match up to $100. Get a free $100. You can tail us. We've been hitting a couple of those parlays. We'll have a 4-legger down below in the pinned comment section. As always, if you want to support us a little bit more, become a COS All-Star by clicking on that join button. But Logan, I got nothing else. It's Sunday. Let's get into let's give the people some winners.
Yeah, we got to bounce back after that Cardinals pick yesterday. Ruined my whole day. Woof. All right, but today we're going to the Rockies versus Diamondbacks game, a 4 o'clock Eastern time game. Taking the Rockies money line, currently minus 110 odds on FanDuel. That's the best value. You see here as Austin's pulling it up. Interesting enough, Rockies, favored in most of the books. FanDuel just has a little bit better value. Now, I want to start with some line reading. Like, why am I drawn to this pick? Because this game kind of is pretty unsexy, not going to lie to you, right? The road Rockies are usually plus value on the road, right? We know this. They play so much better at cores. On the road, they're a little bit different. This is the biggest road favorite they've been all year. The line actually was just minus 120 Rockies. And then right before we hit Austin, I hit the record button and went, whoop, dropped down to minus 110. So that's interesting. I mean, maybe the Diamondbacks are getting some love for what that's worth. Today, the Rockies have German Marquez pitching, right? 4, 5, and 0 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. His road ERA, 4.46 road ERA. I mean, that's high, right? And his whip, high, right? 1.37 whip, walks hits per inning pitched for any of you who don't know what that whip means. So you want that number to be low. Marquez, he's a pitch to contact pitcher, right? That's what he is. Arizona, 28th in batting average and balls in play at home. That's a decent metric to see how these non-home runs are finding the defense or not, right? If they're able to have a high batting average and balls in play, that means they're able to hit where the defense is. And in Marquez, he's a pitch to contact pitcher. I told you, he gives up a lot of hits, sometimes some runs, but you know what? He just tries to limit the damage. No, like three-run home run type blast, right? Marquez is just, if you want to watch this game, I recommend not, because it's going to be ugly. Every time I've ever picked the Rockies with Marquez, I just had to watch like this. So you know what? That's fine today. Arizona, 29th in batting average at home though too. So the whole point of this is Marquez, not a great pitcher, but I don't trust that the Arizona bats are going to be able to hit him and rough him up like they should be, right? But what I do trust is that the Rockies offense will be able to get to Tyler Gilbert. Gilbert, 1, 6, and 6 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. ERA still flirting around the 7, right? 6.86 ERA and a 1.42 whip. That's really important to know, because this Rockies team, they thrive on a pitch to contact pitcher like Tyler Gilbert, right? Tyler Gilbert, Colorado 11th in batting average and balls in play on the road, 2nd best overall. So I mean, the whole notion that the Rockies don't bring the bats on the road, that's kind of a myth, or at least so much this year. They should be able to hit Tyler Gilbert. And you know what? Tyler Gilbert is a lefty, and that's really the main reason why I do like the Colorado offense today. Colorado, 1st in batting average and 1st in OPS versus left-handed pitchers. They should be able to hit Tyler Gilbert today. The last time I picked against Tyler Gilbert, it was the Giants, and they brought some rubber bats against him, and they just couldn't hit him, and it was so frustrating to watch. The Rockies will get the revenge that I want on Tyler Gilbert. He's not a very good pitcher at all. They will make him look bad, and the Rockies will win this game. I'm preaching it into existence. But Austin, what do you got for your player prop today?
All right, so we're getting into it. Now, I do want to say Marquez, he might get some slack, but any pitcher can have a good start, just like a Kyle Gibson yesterday. 7 innings pitched, only 2 hits allowed. It's the MLB. They have to be decent enough to get there. So I think both those guys have a decent chance. Hopefully the Rockies pull it out. Now, we've hit 2 player props in a row, so it's only right we go back to another total base prop. We'll go back a guy by the name of Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians, over 1.5 bases, plus 115 on DraftKings. I was waiting. I wasn't sure we'd get a line for this one, but we finally do. DraftKings plus 115. You see other books, kind of flirting around that plus value, plus 100. Now, why do we like Mr. Ramirez today? Well, yesterday I was actually looking at Ramirez, and I wish I took him because he finally broke out of that slump he was in. He went 3 for 4. They actually didn't let him hit his last 2 plate appearances. He could have had 6 plate appearances, but either way, they benched him because they were up 11-0 after like the 5th inning. But he still have a home run and 7 total bases. Now, that home run's important because that was his first home run in a month. He had not had a home run since June 10th. That's ridiculous for a guy of his stature, of his power, to not have a home run in basically a month is ridiculous. Now, you look at Ramirez this year, batting 291 on the year, 50 extra base hits in 79 games. You break down those 50 extra base hits, you got 29 doubles, 4 triples, and 17 home runs. Now, the 50 extra base hits leads the MLB. In fact, the second best is Rafael Devers with 47. So this is a guy with a lot of power. Like I said, it was rare to see him go that many games without a home run. And the fact, but he's still going to get a lot of doubles, which is hopefully what we get today. Now, today, he'll be back against the Royals and Zach Greinke. Now, so far in this series, 2 for 2. He has 2+ bases in each of the games versus the Royals. Let's make that 3 for 3. Now, you look at Greinke, doesn't have the best splits versus Greinke, just 2 for 9 with a single and a double. But I think he's doing a little bit of regression there because you look at Greinke's percentiles. Well, they're not very good. I mean, at first percentile in expected batting average, first percentile in K percentage, third percentile in whiff percentage, fourth percentile in expected ERA. If the lower those first percentile, the lower those numbers, the worse are. There's not a lot of pitchers that have worse numbers than him. The only thing he's really good at is walk percentage, which is really good for us because we don't like seeing guys get that. We take base props and they get walks because those don't count towards bases. So he's like 96 percentile. Does not walk a lot of guys. So I think Ramirez can do the damage today. Look at Ramirez batting 311 versus righties. Greinke's a righty, and he's batting 311 on the road. Obviously, they're on the road today in Kansas City. So you look at the comparisons, 241 versus lefties and only 265 at home. So I really do like him today. 30 of his 50 extra base hits come on the road. And he also is going to bat in the 3 spot. Like I said, he would have had 6 plate appearances yesterday if they kept him in the full game. But he's going to be guaranteed to see 4. And if they can get to Greinke pretty early, could see close to 5 or 6 plate appearances if they do keep this game close, which they certainly could against Zach Plesac. So Mr. Jose Ramirez, you're my player prop of the day, taking your over 1.5 bases plus 115. Look, I love the value on that one. I think he can get it done for us. So Jose Ramirez, we're counting on you, buddy. But Logan, you know why everyone's here. Get out the flags. It's Nerfy Nation, man. Nerfy Nation's been on an absolute heater. We can't be stopped. Hopefully we can't be stopped today. I mean, you look at these numbers. We've hit not only 5 straight Nerfies. I mean, we've been on a great run. We've also hit 10 of our last 12, 54 and 34 on the year. It's been a great run for Nerfy Nation. That's why they call us that. But we need to keep that rolling. Today we're going to a plus money play on this Sunday evening because we're going to Yankees Red Sox Sunday night baseball time, plus 108 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Now, you normally don't see us take a lot of plus value Nerfies, but that's because you don't really get a lot of plus value Nerfies. The only ones you normally get are in Coors Field, and we don't want to trust those pitchers. But the fact that we're getting plus 108 value on this one, not too bad. We do say Nerfies are like coin flip bets. So the fact that we can get plus 108, sign me up. Now, that doesn't mean if you see a plus value Nerfie, you just hammer it. That's not what we're meaning. But with these 2 pitchers, we got a decent chance. On the mound for the Red Sox, Nick Pivetta, 14-3 on no-run first innings. He's been basically the only consistent starter for the Red Sox this year. They basically have everyone else getting injured, throwing in rookies, but he's been very solid, 14-3. Nerfied versus the Yankees earlier this year. Now we know the Yankees have the firepower. They're 6th in first inning runs. They can certainly put up runs, but you look at the guys that Pivetta's likely to see coming up in the batting lineup. DJ LeMahieu had the day off yesterday, should likely be back in that 1 spot. Only 2 for 10 versus Pivetta. You look at Aaron Judge, 0 for 4. So I'm not too concerned about those guys. I think he can get us those first 3 outs. What about the next guy, Logan?
Yeah, Jameson Taillon is who we're relying on to get us those last 3 outs we need. He's 11-5 on no-run first innings this year. So, I mean, pretty solid numbers, right? The thing about Taillon is hopefully he has worked on his command a little bit because in his last few starts, his earned runs have not been too great. He did Nerfy in his last start. So that's encouraging, right? He got blitzed by the Pirates, but in that game, he didn't give up a first inning run. That's encouraging. Boston, 28th in walks drawn at home. I think that's important to know because sometimes Taillon is pitching a lot of like non-competitive pitches. Well, the Red Sox don't really walk a lot at home, at least statistically. That's what we're saying. And the Red Sox also 18th in first inning runs. This offense has some firepower at the top half of the order. We know this. but they've not been scoring those first inning runs consistently. We'll take a shot at it, right? The over-under set to 9, which is probably indicative of some runs. Probably later in this game, easily could be. But at the end of the day, we are trusting these pitchers. I believe that they're good enough to get us those 3 outs on each side that we need. And we'll take a stab at a plus value NRFI any day of the week. I love it.
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, we cashed a plus 115 a couple days ago, so why not go for another plus money winner? Plus 108. Let's hope we can wave these flags. If you don't have the flag, definitely go sign up. Become a COS All-Star. Hit that join button on the channel. Those are 3 picks of the day. Hopefully we can keep this hot streak rolling. And as always, our Underdog Parlay live in the comments, pinned comments. Check it out. Should be live relatively soon. So check that out. We appreciate you guys as always for supporting the channel. We'll see you guys back again Monday morning.